Many charities are preparing for the impact this crisis will have on fundraising. The American Heart Association in Minnesota is one of those charities making some changes right now. Today I talked with them about turning their annual walk into a virtual event instead. I have Elizabeth Warmka here with the American Heart Association, one of many nonprofits right now that is struggling to salvage spring fundraisers and stay alive amid this coronavirus epidemic. And on May 16th, the Heart Walk was supposed to be at Target Field like it is every single year. 20,000 people usually come out to walk. They raise about $2 million. And because of the coronavirus, the American Heart Association is going to take this walk to a virtual walk this year, which I think is very creative, Elizabeth. Tell me a little bit about when you're out there, what is it like having those 20,000 people at Target Field walking that day for a common goal?
Well, I mean, the Heart Walk last year, of course, we celebrated our 25th anniversary, and really the Heart Walk for anywhere from 12 to 6 weeks leading up to it, both corporate teams and family teams, they do all this fundraising online. They do a lot of fun little events within their homes and within their companies. And then we come together at Target Field. It's sort of that day to celebrate the culmination of all those weeks of work. But,
for a lot of people, the Heart Walk is a day to celebrate their own survival. So it's incredibly emotional, and it's important for all of these people to gather and celebrate together. And I know that's sort of been taken away from you guys this year.
Yeah, it has. But at the same time, I think one thing, you know, we're all physically isolated, but I think we're all going through this thing together. And so strangely enough, that's one thing we all have in common. And I think we're all craving that sort of connection in some way. And so while social media, people complain that it disconnected us, it's now allowing us, as we're even doing now, to connect in ways, you know, 20 years ago, if this had happened, we wouldn't have been able to do. And so, you know, we thought that people are craving that sort of social connection. And so let's do that. Let's bring everyone together, maybe not all in the same place, but we can still all do it at the same day and the same time. And we can connect through social media. We can all go on a walk in our neighborhoods or in our yards, or be active in our homes, on our bikes, on our treadmills. And we can share that through social media, through the hashtag TC Heart Walk. We can share our images and our little videos and our stories, and we can come together and have that shared experience.
We don't know what the future holds. We don't know how many weeks we'll be dealing with this situation, but what are you worried about right now?
I mean, obviously as an organization, I mean, and all charities are kind of facing this, but you know, we know that our patients still rely on us. We know that heart disease and stroke survivors, people with risk factors like diabetes, are at increased risk of contracting COVID. They don't have as good of outcomes when they do contract it. And there's still a lot of unanswered questions in terms of just when anybody gets this virus, what does it do to their heart long term? And so the role that we play is very vital. It continues to be vital. It'll be perhaps even more vital.
Absolutely. And that was the American Heart Association once again.